Hello once again, Niner Faithful, and welcome back to another episode of 49ers Playbook on the channel that's trying to answer the whys and hows of the game. After a strong performance this past Sunday, the Brock Purdy hype has hit new highs. He showed poise in the pocket, the ability to make some off-schedule plays, and accurate throws under duress while leading the team on 5 touchdown drives. The biggest question mark has been what kind of quarterback situation will the 49ers have after the injuries to Trey Lance and then Jimmy Garoppolo in a season with Super Bowl aspirations. The offense looked great and the defense suffocating, but with the news of an oblique injury to Brock Purdy, the biggest thing for the team going forward is to protect their most important member of the team. Just like you should do by heading over to manscaped.com right now and checking out all of their products for your most important member. This episode is sponsored by Manscaped. And as we're nearing the holidays, check out their holiday sale right now and use promo code JD49 where you can get 20% off and free shipping on any items for all your male grooming needs. My wife got me the Performance Package 4.0 last Christmas and I loved it so much I got a second lawnmower. So now I have one for my face and one for everywhere else. It is by far the best body hair trimmer I've ever owned, and you can find yours at manscaped.com. Either by itself or in one of 3 packages, in the Perfect Package Set, Performance Package Set, or the Platinum Package, the total package for your package. The lawnmower features skin-safe technology to protect against nicks and cuts. It's waterproof to take care of all your business in the shower, and a bright LED flashlight for all those hard-to-see places. That's manscaped.com and promo code JD49. Again, that's manscaped.com and promo code JD49. You're watching Johnny Dell's Football Academy. So Brock Purdy did get a welcome to your first start moment on the opening play of the game. Kyle said they had 2 plays called, one a zone beater and one a man beater, so this is a learning moment for Purdy. We start out with use check wide, and with a corner on him, this reveals zone coverage. That's where Purdy's eyes have to be. We then shift use check back into the formation, and with the strength of the formation changing, Tampa Bay shifts the strong safety. Purdy sees this and thinks it's a man defender going with use check. So he checks to a man coverage beating play, one we run later in the game, but it's a mesh concept where we'll run 2 receivers over the middle to create interference on a drag route. But since Tampa Bay ran a zone blitz, they get a free rusher off the edge and they're sitting on the drag route. And Purdy eats an earhole shot. But the next third down, Purdy starts to get into a groove. Tampa Bay does a good job of not tipping their hand too much here. The formation reveals the zone coverage, but that's it. So if you've watched the channel and my video on Purdy, you'll recognize this play. It's something we run a lot that has a choice out paired with a post route. At the snap, Tampa Bay is coming with a double B-gap blitz. And Purdy sees it and throws into the blitz to the post for a big gain on third down. This then sets up the first big run of the day on the very next play. We're going to come with a counter run where you'll have double team blocks by Williams and Banks, a kickout block by Juszczyk, and a lead block by Kittle. With the speed of Tampa Bay's linebackers, the key was getting them to move or hesitate to the hole. Here, with so much misdirection, Devin White is slow to react to the point of attack, and it allows Banks to get up on him. If we take it back, Williams and Banks do a great job driving off the ball and pushing the point of attack. And Kittle kicks out David, and we get McCaffrey for a big gain. This then sets up the first touchdown of the game. So this is good design from film study by Kyle Shanahan. Tampa Bay likes to run man coverage in the red zone, so we're going to run a sweep toss, but first motion Ayuk across the formation. and so his man defender will travel with him, so you're taking a defender out of the play. We then get a crackdown block from Croft and pull McGlinchey around with Kittle leading out. And those two guys get great seal blocks to get the edge, and Deebo is Deebo for a touchdown. On defense, we were able to marry good coverage with a good pass rush. When the Bucs tried to go deeper, we often got good pressure, and when they tried to take advantage short, we got good coverage. Here, the Bucs are going to look to take advantage of our defense. We're in a zone dog blitz. Tampa is going to run a pull concept, which is a seam route and a deep comeback route. This is to take advantage of the corner having to play split leverage over the top with no real underneath help. Ward plays this really well, but even without great coverage, the pass rush was able to effect the throw. We have a well-timed blitz here as Tampa Bay, with the play action, will slide away from it. The tackle lets Ebukam by thinking he's got help from the running back, not realizing the running back is now in a 2-on-1 situation, and it forces an off-target throw from Brady. So here on third down, we get great coverage. The Bucs have 4 receivers on the field and motion Godwin across. You can see Warner makes a call to Ward. This is to signal how they're going to pick up this threat, as Warner will now match the number 3 receiver. There are very few linebackers teams would be willing to put on Julio Jones. But we're in a matching zone here that converts to man, and the Bucs are looking to clear out that side and run Mike Evans on a shallow crossing route. Mooney Ward does a great job of jamming Evans off the line, and then Hufanga drops down to double the route and take it away, and this gives the pass rush enough time to get home. Then, back on offense, we get another chunk gain on the ground. We're running our wide zone, and Mike McGlinchey and Brunskill do a great job on the scoop and second level blocks. So when the defense over-pursues, it opens up a nice cutback lane for McCaffrey, who uses his great vision for a big gain. We then get another big gain on the ground, this time on an outside toss. So we're going to get a crackdown block from Ayuk on the M-loss, then have Juszczyk lead around. Check out this crack block from Ayuk. That's awesome, and we get another big gain from McCaffrey. Then Brock Purdy gets his first touchdown of the game. So like the Deebo touchdown, the Bucs like to run man coverage in the red zone. They did on the 2 plays before this, so Kyle has a man beater dialed up, the same play I showed at the very beginning. But like on that play, the Bucs drop out into a zone and take it away. So from there, Brock Purdy takes it in himself for the score. Then on first down, we're going to shut down the Bucs attempting to get a screenplay going. So Jimmy Ward is going to do a nice job of maintaining outside contain. And watch Nick Bosa on this play. He's going to read it and go make a hustle play for a stop, which is weird because I was told he didn't make these kinds of plays. Then more gamesmanship on defense. This is a nice job by Ryans designing up a disguise. So Tampa Bay first has a tight end split wide with Lenore on him. It makes it look like zone coverage to that side. They then motion him inside, and you can see Jimmy Ward communicating because we're going to run man coverage out of this. Tampa has a man coverage beater dialed up though with a mesh concept. At the snap, Fred Warner is all about go slow until you know, and sits on the crossing route Brady wants to hit. The ball is batted down, but the route wasn't open anyway. and it forces a punt. So there's been a lot of talk about Deebo's usage. Here are some of the ways Kyle uses him and why. So we're in 21 personnel with 2 backs and 1 tight end. With Deebo and McCaffrey on the field, Tampa Bay comes out in nickel personnel. We have Juice and Deebo split wide, and then shift Deebo into the backfield, and then McCaffrey out wide. With both Juice and McCaffrey out wide and a corner and nickel on him, this is clearly zone coverage. From there, we'll run the same play we ran last week that I showed where Purdy converted a 2nd and 8 to McCaffrey. This time, we use Deebo and Ayuk. It's a sucker concept, which is a good zone beater as it'll put a zone defender in a vertical stretch. The Bucs are showing single safety, and at the snap, we'll be in cover 3 sky. But come with a creeper blitz where they'll bring a linebacker but drop a defensive end back out. So it looks like a blitz, but you still have 7 men in coverage. They get a free rusher off of it, but the play still works versus the zone. The hook defender takes Ayuk deep, and Purdy does a real nice job of avoiding the free rusher, hitting Deebo, who then makes something with it after the catch. Then we get a big pass to McCaffrey for a touchdown. I'm assuming Kyle saw something on film because this is a well-designed play that was looking to take advantage of Tampa Bay's defenders. So it's 3rd and medium, and we're going to make this look like something we run a ton of in these situations, a double slant. But McCaffrey will stem inside and then run a fade to the pylon. It's almost like a sluggo, but not quite. Tampa Bay is in cover 1 man and are going to bring the heat, and Kyle accounts for it by keeping his best blocking skill position player, Kittle, in to help protect. This screams design all the way. At the snap, you can see McCaffrey's man reading Ayuk, and when Ayuk breaks on what looks like a slant, he breaks inside just a little bit as if he's driving on a 2nd slant. This is what gives McCaffrey the separation, and Purdy puts the ball right where it's supposed to be for a big touchdown. From the end zone, you can also see Purdy did a real nice job of making this throw while facing down the barrel. Great design and great execution. So back on defense, we force Tampa Bay into a 3rd and 6, and more gamesmanship. We're aligned like man coverage when Tampa Bay comes out, and they motion into a bunch formation, and you can see the safety signaling a check. It looks like they checked from either a buster call or a man call into a palms coverage call. Tampa is going to have a short post concept called. This is part of it playing Tom Brady though, because he still knows where to go with the ball. The short post is going to put the mic in a horizontal stretch. But we just play this so well. In this coverage, Jimmy Ward's responsibilities on a route like this is to squeeze anything threatening the seam, then cut underneath the route with safety help over the top. He plays this perfectly, and with Warner taking the drag route, Brady will throw the short post, and Ward breaks up the pass. Back on offense, we get a big gain on 3rd and short. This is a play we've seen more of the past month or so, the toss play with Trent. We get great crack blocks from Ayuk and Kittle, and Trent out on a corner. Afterward, the Bucs coach on the sideline is asking for a flag on Trent because that corner has a family. After the fumble when Deebo got hurt, a play I'm not going to show, we have a fantastic 3-play sequence to hold the Bucs scoreless on the drive. It's 2nd and 1, and so Tampa's just trying to pick up the 1st down and are going to run an inside power. McGill does a real nice job of holding up against the double team, and Ebukam sheds his blocker to make the stop for a loss on the play. So Tom is going to use tempo to run another play quick to take advantage of us in man coverage. They're looking to get a pick play for Godwin here, with Evans running an interference route to get Jimmy Ward to go underneath, and they'll hit Godwin in the corner of the end zone. Mooney Ward does a great job of jamming Evans at the line, and it disrupts the timing, and then Jimmy Ward gets physical with Godwin and it throws the whole play off. Tom wanted a flag here, but if we take it back, Jimmy Ward was legal, as contact is allowed within the first 5 yards and it was initiated before the ball was thrown. Then on 4th down, I'd like to credit the defense more here, but Tom and Evans are just off in some way. So after the turnover on downs, we get a nice gain on 1st down. Tampa Bay backs out late into a cover 6 look, which is cover 2 plus cover 4. We're going to have a couple swirl routes dialed up, which is a route that looks like a corner route, but breaks off. It's a great job by Purdy to recognize the cover 2 side, see it, and make the throw to that side, with the deep half safety having to respect the corner route. And Ayuk is able to get some more after the catch. So now we're going to attack the cover 6 in a similar way that sets up a big play later. We're going to run a couple curl flat concepts. The curl flat is the classic Bill Walsh concept that looks to put a curl flat player in a vertical stretch. This is just a different way to do it. Purdy drops back, reads the quarter side where the curl flat has taken the flat route, and with the corner and a bail technique, he hits the curl route. So after a holding call on the Bucs, we get a big touchdown to Ayuk. This play piggybacks right off the last play we saw. Note again that Tampa Bay is in cover 6, and again to the quarter side we're going to look like a curl flat, but this time we're going to have a curl and go to Ayuk. So this time, when Purdy pumps to the curl, the quarter's corner jumps on it. We get Ayuk open for a big touchdown. But you see how it was set up by the play before. Also, great job by Purdy to stand in there, make the pump and the throw while facing down a hit. Big time play right there. Back on defense, we're again going to see why Fred Warner is the best linebacker in the game today. Some more gamesmanship. We're showing a 2-high look, and the alignment could be zone, but it's more aligned like 2-man. Tampa has a call that can work against either man or zone. They'll have Evans on a curl up top, and a form of a levels concept with the tight end and Goodwin, where they'll run the tight end on a high crosser and Goodwin on a short in route. At the snap, we're going to be in man coverage, but bracket Godwin and Evans. Brady wants to hit Godwin on the short in route, but it's bracketed, and then looks to hit the tight end on a high crosser. But this is just excellent coverage by Fred Warner. Again, there are very few linebackers that can cover like this. This is also the play when Brady hurts his hand. So the next play, we're going to show 2-man again, and this time we'll back out into a Tampa 2 zone. The Bucs have a good play dialed up against this too, and Brady sees the zone with Warner shading to that side and is going to give a pump to move the defense, and then move to a sucker concept on Greenlaw. To that side, you see Greenlaw jumps on the short route, and Evans is wide open. I think the pressure on Brady affected the throw more than the hurt hand though. From the end zone, you could first see Bosa affected Brady to move slightly to his right. Then Ebukam moves Brady off his spot, and Brady has to make an off-platform throw. So after the pick, we get an explosive in the run game for a touchdown. So this is the same play I showed on McCaffrey's first big run of the day. It's the same counter run. So remember on that first run how Devin White was just a tad slow on the play? Well, now he doesn't want that to happen, but runs himself too aggressive. Brendel pushes him past the hole, and just look at the vision of McCaffrey to pick the hole to daylight, and then the explosiveness. This is why you give up all those picks to go get a guy like this. I've been hard on Brendel at times because he's the key to unlocking these big explosive runs. When he can execute his second level blocks, we get huge plays in the run game. Then we get a second pick of Brady, and this is just a good job all around by the defense. So Ryans did a good job of mixing the Tampa 2, man, zone blitzes, and our palms coverage. Earlier in the game, Brady was able to hit a big throw down the middle against Warner in Tampa 2. And so they're going to try and work that by running a fade with a seam route, and then a backside deep curl. This is all to isolate that seam route on Warner in cover 2. But we're in our palms coverage, and so when Brady drops back, he sees Warner has squeezed it with safety help. So he moves on to the deep curl, which is a good route versus a quarter safety, but with pressure in his face, he's not able to get a lot on it, and Greenlaw is in the passing lane and picks off an underthrown ball. Great call by Ryans to take away what they wanted to do, good coverage to force Brady deep into the progression that allowed the pass rush to affect the throw, and Greenlaw staying in position to take advantage of the forced mistake. Then Jimmy Ward forces a fumble for the last play on defense. Well, there it is, folks, the blowout win over the Buccaneers. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to hit the notifications button to be alerted to when a video goes live. If you'd like to support the channel in any way, I'll have links for that below. The 49ers face a tough challenge this week against the always dangerous division opponent Seattle Seahawks, who have been playing better than expected this year. But San Francisco has a chance to lock up the division with a win Thursday night. How far can the team go with Brock Purdy? That remains to be seen, but there's a lot of reasons to be hopeful after a 35-7 dismantling of a good Tampa Bay squad. Kyle Shanahan schemed his tail off in this game, and we started to get some really nice production in the run game. These things will really help the young quarterback making just his second start this week, and with a team that has big-time postseason aspirations. As always, like it seems after each game, the key will be health. The team needs to make it through this week's game and take full advantage of the next 10 days to rest and recover and heal before heading into the final stretch of games of the season. But with the defense playing as well as they are, the sky is the limit. So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and go Niners.